Mike the Ref Maloney, Big Bad Boris on the call here tonight.
Let's go! Third! Let the Super Kick Party! Yeah, pay the money for that. Lord.
And of course, you're going to get the Coffins. My God, do we have some craziness going on right now. Hello, chat. Welcome, everybody, to the AEW Collision Sidecast. Unfortunately, we're getting a little delayed here because they got a review of a basket right now that could determine whether we're sitting here for another 10 minutes or if we are about ready to get right into Dynamite right away. Like, it is nuts. If you guys aren't watching the game right now, Aaron Gordon for the Denver Nuggets slam dunked the ball at the buzzer. Now they're trying to figure out whether it happened before the buzzer, after the buzzer, or during. Because if it didn't go in before the buzzer went off, then we are in trouble here. They got to break this down. Like, we got micro frames going on here right now. But you know what? That's good because we got some extra time here. I want to make sure we get this in during regular time, not ad time.
You left your house and walked into mine.
Mr. Callahan, 11 months. Oh. The Nuggets have won. We get to watch. Thank you, Mr. Callahan. Thank you for the sub. Appreciate you. It just looked weird because it said you subscribed for 12 months. They've been subscribed for 11 months. I don't know. Maybe the math doesn't add here, but my goodness. Thank you for the sub. Appreciate you. We got craziness all around here. We got basketball craziness. We got wrestling craziness coming up. As I'm going to change it over to, as we got Ice Road Truckers going on here on our USA and Canada channel right now. Thank you once again for the sub. Appreciate it. Tonight, I got a feeling we're going to start right off the bat with that no DQ match between the Baby Bowser boys and Top Flight. We got that going on tonight. We got a bunch of wrestling going on tonight. We got Tony Storm in an eliminator against Queen Aminata, who's getting ready for the ROH Pure tournament that's coming up here in a few weeks. And yeah, I'll be honest, I don't have the entire card in front. We got FTR versus... Oh yeah, we get the NXT match here where we get Dead Disputed Era versus FTR, so... All right, TK, show your magic here. Let's get a post out here. Let everybody see what's going on now. But by the way, chat, hey, wait, is it really called USA and Canada or is it something else? Never thought about. It's actually called the USA Network. It's got the same logo as the USA Network, and it's basically everything. It basically, yeah, for lack of a better term, it is like the only difference between it. It's white and clear. The S is sort of see-through with the watermark, so I don't know what the actual real colors are of it, but do they charge a tariff to watch it? And things are going to get crazy on Monday, that's for sure. By the way, Zodiac, good to see you too. Good to see everybody here tonight. Got him. I just want to, as we got AEW coming up, I searched AEW. There we go. We'll go with this one and hopefully... Here we go. Now we got it. Bandito versus Jurlistico for the ROH World... For the ROH... Yeah, the ROH World title. That'll be a hell of a lot of fun. Swerve Strickland and Blake Christian. Roosh versus AR Fox. We have McGee's favorite segment on Collision every week, the Max Caster Open Challenge. And a returning Anna Jay's coming back to action here. So, yeah, we got a stacked lineup tonight. Oh, we are in. They did not wait this time. Last time we had to sit and wait for commercial after commercial after commercial to get this going. They are going right away. Saturday night's all right, all right, all right. Oh, I'm fired up. It's draft day, so everybody's positive. Shedeur Sanders ended up going to the Browns in a very low round, so it sort of helped him. Thank you for the Mario death. So yeah, this was pre-taped on Wednesday, I believe. They did a double shot then. Be back rocking my daughter, so I have to pull up AEW. I'm like, oh, okay. We got Swerve and Blake Christian right off the bat here, so. It's been a while since we got Swerve on a. Well, when's the last time we got Swerve on a Collision? It's been a while. That'll be Blake Christian in about 5 minutes here. Thank you for the wasted. Oh, it's great to have all of you here tonight. We are riding a wave of momentum here ever since the pay-per-view. Ever since Dynasty, well, hell, ever since Revolution. The word's been getting out. People are starting to really enjoy Dynamite and Collision once again. So, once again, just a reminder, next weekend, Collision's going to be running on the Saturday. But then following that, they're going to the Thursday, which I think it's playoff related and nothing else. It's just a coincidence that the PLE is coming up on the 10th. Oh, here we go. I love that emote, by the way. Yeah, see where that comes from. Get that dance. Yeah, Swerve don't look like he's playing right now. But he's got a mic first, so. But remember the last time? Oh, forget the table. Yeah, those guys are awesome. I know I got into a little bit of a tiff with one of the regulars there, and he ended up getting blocked over here, so I tried to stay out of the way so it don't cause any drama when I'm over there. So I stay in the shadows a little bit. Anybody got a gun? We gotta go buck hunting. You're allowed to speak what you want if people get it. Well, don't need to say, I get it. No, it just, somebody came in here and just started ripping apart AEW completely for entertainment purposes more than likely, so I sent the coach to the showers. Oh, God.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
Exactly. We got a lot of those sounds coming up here. By the way, the blurps are available for channel points. Once we start, I think once we hit 750 subs or 750 followers, I might bring back the bring back the Tangia again, maybe, if you guys are interested. Oh, they said they were going to wait till the second hour to do this? I love how Blake Christian's got that Rick Rude look. Or the Beverly Brothers, better yet. They're all by screen. I changed honestly, I honestly don't think the Bucks are that bad. For as little as they're on there, I know they're not your cup of tea, but... And they're not everybody's cup of tea, but that's okay. There's a whole bunch of different things could be going on here, right? They are into their problem. That's fair. So they get director's chairs for the match and they get a live mic. This should be great, STG. Come on now. I hope those clothes are bendy there. Blake Run. I don't think it was that bad. Oh. The Bucks stitch to the Wolves, Blake? Yeah. But the thing is, Blake's getting the exposure, right? And you know what? Anytime you can get a good high-profile match with Swerve, it's not like he's not holding his own here a little bit. I'm gonna have to put you on cooldown here. You keep going like crazy like this, but yeah, I appreciate it. I'm gonna have to get Zodiac to start doing that because he's got so many points right now. Try to burn him out of him somehow. These sounders activate my ADHD. I'm not burning nothing. I tried. I really did try. But the fact they're putting Swerve out there to start the night actually is a really decent move. They did the same thing when he was champion. Last time they had this playoff issue last year. And realistically, we're only, 45 minutes off? So, still no 2K tonight, guys, after we're done, guys and girls. Just going to hang out here. We'll watch some wrestling tonight. We'll be back tomorrow with some MLB The Show. Bird like 70K. Now that Kayla's free, I might actually have to start thinking about we got to get that together. I'm sorry. We're behind. In truth, when one of the three people that we want involved ends up going to college and realizing they don't have time to do stuff, well, you know what? We got to put that on hold. Well, that's a nice up by Christian there. Oh, that back elbow right there. So how is everybody's Saturday going here tonight? It's been a little crazy here at work. I've been surprised because it's supposed to rain tomorrow, so everybody's not washing their vehicles, so I'm getting a little bit of extra time to do stuff. Played Sonic R, that's right, I saw that. Was running errands here all day. Love the sun. Here comes the sun. Running 10K tomorrow. I'd run 10 steps. That's about it. Best of luck to you, sir. Oh, roll through. Swerve just said, no, we are done with this. ROH ROH World Championship coming up. Yeah, we're done. JML driver doesn't even get the house call into it. Is it 10 steps to the fridge? Well, no, it's 10 kph. 10 kilometers per hour. That just means you get there quick. This was an interesting setup. Perry showed up. Never mind, Lee Johnson. Lee tried to eat it on the one side. He's supposed to eat it on the other. It worked out. They got it done. Oh, and here comes Nick. And here comes Matt. I'm sorry, if they come in here to tell me that I need to change your name, I will. Trust me, if they show up, I will. He can't even do the dance right. Seriously. And here comes Omega. Now he's getting beaten down. No, we're going to skip the 2K tonight. We're running a little late tonight with the show, so. And frankly, I'll be honest, I am booshed. So we're going to get week 13 in on Wednesday, and then the go home to Bash in Berlin will be next Saturday. It's always nice to get the Bash in Berlin PLE up on a Wednesday, right, too? So. What the hell is Omega got planned now? Oh, he's trying to go for the V-trigger in the corner. But yeah, for those that are new and aren't sure what I was talking about there, we, most weeks when we have normal times of Dynamite and Collision, we do run, okay, sorry, this just came out of nowhere. The Bucks Okada and Ricochet versus the Jet, Speedball, Omega, and Briscoe. Okay. We're just going to throw that out there. Bigger AEW or WWE. I'm a fan of wrestling. I stream AEW, but I'm a good mix of both. I think people that have to pick between AEW or WWE are just... they're worried about brands and not about matches. Sorry, Johnny, if it's a very wishy-washy answer, but... am I an AEW mark? No. Am I a WWE mark? No. I'm a good wrestling mark. If both shows suck, I'll say both shows suck. If both shows are great, I'll say both shows are great. By the way, good to see you here. Never understand why we can't like both. Well, I can understand why you can't watch both. Because frankly, there's this weird thing called time. We don't have that. And Johnny, no shame for asking. I'm just saying I don't play sides. Like, I know a lot of people try to. I really don't. Unless Ed Fries is in here, then I'll play up AEW to the end. Just because I know that grinds his gears more than anything else. It's just like I'm happy that we... No, it's all good answer. I never really got to AEW because I'm stuck on WWE for years. The thing about AEW is... One lesson I've learned from somebody who was a complete WWE or die person and then started moving around a little bit more. I think you just got to put your brain a little bit more neutral and just enjoy what you got. If you're looking for... There's always little details around. Oh, that spring break show, Zodiac? That's the 4-hour show we were talking about. So basically they're treating that spring break show as a PLE or a PPV, which is actually a PLE because we're all getting it for free. True Time WrestleMania is the first wrestling I watched about, yeah. Like if you look at it throughout the whole situation, when it comes to AEW, understand that most of the stories are going to be told in the ring. It's not going to be, they're not going to handhold you with 30 or 40 promos to get going into it. Not saying that that's a bad thing. It's just, if you're looking for something very simple and very written out for you, where you could sit out and watch promo packs to get everything lined up, WWE's there for you. I think the biggest thing for Tony Khan here tonight, Jay, is the fact that he got to draft Travis Hunter number 2, and he didn't have to wear a neck brace to do it. If you guys remember what happened last year, they set it up that the EVPs hit the Meltzer driver, or the TK driver as it was called then, and he ended up wearing a neck brace during the draft. And actually, if you guys didn't know, the actual neck brace did go for charity. When's the match to finalize the men's Owen happening? Next week. It's going to be on Wednesday, Hangman and Fletcher. They announced it on Dynamite last week that they're going to have the finish for that spot. So we're going to get, 3 weeks of build-up going into that Owen match? Because, yeah, that's what Renee was going to interview Hangman about as they were getting into inside promo with MJF during Dynamite on Wednesday. So, yeah, Johnny, if you want to get into Dynamite and if you want to get into AEW and watch a really good match coming up live, I would highly recommend you pop in on Wednesday and check out that Hangman Page and Kyle Fletcher match. I saw Tony dapping up everyone in the draft from after getting Hubbard, and he looked nimble. Well, TK's got some moves. They're just awkward as hell. I think it's the best way to answer that. So, yeah, they're doing live next week, I think, both days. Yep. And then, yeah, they're doing live from Detroit both days. Once again, they're saying it's due to NBA playoffs, but I really... Oh, God. All right, folks. With all due respect, coming into this here. How many men are going to want to take that move? Just saying. Robert Lafayette, Louisiana in the building. What's up, sir? Let's get a little black orange. Robert, thank you for popping in here from Louisiana. Lafayette, Indiana. Sorry, my bad. Sorry. My sincerest apologies. Sometimes the old brain doesn't work in the right ways here. How is everybody doing tonight? Like, we're doing great. Like, just popping in here. Like, I know a lot of people are just getting into AEW, and I honestly feel if you're just getting into AEW, this is a great community to be around to do. To get involved with, because, well, some of the most forgiving people in here are, as we get in here, and we don't mind explaining things because, well, I used to be a former pro wrestling commentator. If you subscribe to the channel, later you could go check out some of the matches that we have on here from Alberta, Canada here. So, been an AEW fan since day one. Absolutely. I've been here. We're just coming up on my 5-year affiliate anniversary. So I got into the Sidecast about a year in. Hey, Hoagie man, you guys are fooling around on Killer Instinct. How are you enjoying it? I really do have to ask, because like for all the other interviews that you've seen, both on the Retro Hangover and on Remember the Game, I did mention that it is a little it is rather limiting these days, especially with a low attention span here. So how long have I had the channel? We're actually celebrating our 10th year of Backbreaker Media here. By the way, congratulations on getting married. No, please, no. Just remember, on your 10th anniversary, you could have got out sooner. Just saying. In the words of the infamous Bobby Heenan. No, we started Backbreaker Media in 2015, January 1st. Our first podcast was January 4th. I've been in the podcast game since 2011. We actually had a live call-in show without callers from 2011 to 2015, where we covered Canadian Football League and not only Canadian Football League, but WWE in a hour-and-a-half call-in show. I think in the total 4 years that I had Block Talk Radio, I think I had four. I think I had 4 total callers, and 3 of them were pranks. Because I was back when Skype was the way to call in. So, thank you, and thanks, Mike. Also enjoyed Killer Instinct. I've been playing back in the day, but it's been a long time. It takes a little bit of time to get used to again, but it's real pick up and play. It's easy there. Right? Still a junior in high school with this channel. Oh, geez. So you're really not indoctrinated a whole lot into the old school. And I hate to say this, folks, and for those that are about around my age in the chat, yes, 2000s wrestling is old school wrestling now. We'll have to record sometime in May, so I'll say, you know what? Just let me know. We'll try to figure things out. I know May, the back half of May is going to be a little stupid with work, but I can make it work as long as we got an evening free. For those that are familiar, Wednesdays and Thursdays are my days off, so well, we can talk about that. Wait, you guys figure something out here, so. But I'm usually free most nights, so we'll go. McG! So, chat, remember, like, all you new guys that popped in here tonight, when I told you that we were, when we were talking about how we were, most of us are very forgiving about WWE, and we always talk about, positives on both sides and everything. Welcome, McChee. The reason why I can't say all of us. Just throw it. I kid. That's one of those long-term jokes to throw in here. How you doing, Big G? How's the night for you? Yeah, make sure you get Zodiac on for a while, too, right? Not just Big G. If you positive when there's something to be positive about. Fair. No, I know I know Kayla's planned to set up something for me for we're going to start doing split fiction here in the next month. Oh God, Tony Storm. So, once again, if you're new here and you want to learn a little bit more about certain characters and why they got what they got, feel free to ask. Queen Aminata here. Right now you're on the Bailey W trade. That's it. Bailey W. Yes. Now you know what? It took me this long to actually figure that out. No. I still can't get over the fact that Queen Aminata, she's only been wrestling, what, 3 years? 3 years total out of South Africa? Not sure if that's a work or a shoot, but Suds going on there. I think they booked it the way they did, and they didn't expect the backlash that they did. I'll be perfectly honest. When it comes to that whole Becky Bailey stuff, they expected the whole thing with Becky now that she's going to be heel, probably joining up with Paul Heyman, etc. But I don't think they expected the backlash on Bailey as much as they did. And once again, if you're watching this for the first time here or watching AEW for the first few times, there's something you got to realize, especially on Collision, more so on Collision than on Dynamite, but on both shows, we are really wrestling focused. Bailey's one of the most loved wrestlers there. How could you not see? Well, let's put it this way. Oh, there goes the hip attack. We're setting up to be done here. Going up, going down. Now, do we see Megan Bain out now? We'll get into that here in a sec. Because I definitely have my thoughts about what's going on there. And for those that are thinking we're talking all negative about WWE, there was a lot of good stuff on Mania, but you also got to remember I think there was more notable stuff that was negative than positive. That's the worst part about it. When your opening match and your main event are your biggest talking points, and both of them were questionable to say the least. And AEW's got their own problems too. Like right now, Moxley, the way the Moxley promos are going, or the way Moxley matches are going, and the fact that Tony Storm should be getting the main event spot instead. Uh-oh. What the hell? We haven't seen this team in forever. Okay. Yeah, that's the one thing about the promos with WWE. Well, if you actually get the classic opening for Collision, like, remember old Saturday Night's Main Event promos? That's how they start Collision every week. Well, most weeks. This week's a little off because, NBA and such. But yeah, it's a big thing when it goes on here. Like, we like to get that traditional wrestling feel, but they also want to make it more about wrestling. Less about the theatrics of wrestling and more about the actual wrestling themselves. But yeah, when it comes to not seeing, like, we'll go back to yeah, Zodiac just sent me one of those Bailey chants that's going around. Like, it's always the nice person that gets crapped on. It's always the person that agrees to everything that always gets crapped on. She's the Miz of the women's division. And Jay, you're big on AEW's in-ring product. Yeah, like, the one thing about the in-ring product of AEW, everybody says a lot of flips and flops and flippity flues and flops ends and whatnot. If you watch it, it actually takes a story. That's why I'm not nice. Well, But yeah, like, I get it. A lot of people are upset with what happened with Bailey and everything that happened. Trust me, I am a huge... Miz is a worker, but Bailey's way better than the Miz. Caliber-wise, absolutely. Don't get me wrong. Bailey in the ring could wrestle circles around the Miz. But in terms of the role that they have, in respect to their gender and their division, Miz is the person in there to... Well, look what he did yesterday. He was in there to give Aleister Black his first black mass in a WWE ring in 4 years? Pretty sure it was just the pandemic that he was gone, right? And Bailey, she's in there trying to get Lyra Valkyria over. And Bailey's been doing this all the way up. Like, look at the feuds. Roxanne Perez she's been going with. During the pandemic, she was basically... Her and Sasha were basically carried the pandemic area, right? EO as well, like McG points it out as well. Like, anybody new that comes in, Bailey's there to sit them in. She's not there to dominate. She did get the chance to dominate, but look at her title run. How fast did she lose that title to Nia Jax? She's always been treated like a second thought. So literally, if you want to wait for her to leave, it's going to be a year. Oh, God, here we go. McGee's favorite part of Dynamite. Let's go. Hey, Nats fan. Good to see you here tonight. Good to see everybody. We're just piling in here tonight. Maybe Mariah soon. Yeah. If she goes, she goes. I want everybody to do well. I also want them to know what they're getting themselves into. Yapper Maxwell Freeman.
Is going to bring something very, very rare in this city, and that is the playoff-like atmosphere.
Where are they tonight? New Orleans? I was about to say WWE Gamer, so give her a huge... I'll believe it when it happens. Like, WrestleVotes is also the same one that said Britt's gone from AEW. She's not yet. She might be iced, but she's still technically part of the roster yet. She's still on the roster page. He's got a side of the crowd. Let's go. Got all those sites blocked. I don't blame you, Nats. And then you got the one tatted guy in the crowd. He's like, nope. They were actually doing the chant. What are you trying to get on him for? I actually trust Sean Ross Sapp more than others when it comes to stuff, Nats. All right, we're in New Orleans. Who's going to be the open challenge tonight? Oh, the return hologram. All right. Ricky Starks. Could you imagine for one night? (22-0). Like literally, I don't think he's losing this. Yeah, SRS does take, well, the thing is, when it's any of us. Like, we're all sticking our necks out here for believing in what we support more than anything else. Like, hell, just for the fact that there are certain streamers that I still hang out with. TNT chip for the gram. Fair enough, Nats. Fair enough. 95% of the stuff he has spoiler warnings on it, so if you read it, I feel it's your own fault. But you do you. I have no problem with it. Can't blame the dirt sheets you read them, exactly. And you know what? I don't want to say it's really a problem. It's just, it happens. It's like if I don't want results on anything and I go on social media, it's my own damn fault. By the way, they just showed the graphic about this. Did you guys hear about how many tickets sold for that Arena Mexico show for Grand Slam? Like, literally 2/3 of the arena is already gone. And they're not in a small arena this time. Yeah, they had to open up more seats now because of it. Like, and apparently the shows that WWE are taking down in Mexico 2 weeks earlier haven't sold as much. I guess what happens when you... Yeah, the Circle Arena. They only have one major wrestling... When I say major, I mean like big crowd wrestling venue there. That's Arena Mexico. Like, going back into what The Rock said earlier about what, like, that catastrophe of a PR thing. You wonder why Arena Mexico is selling more for AEW than it is for WWE. Maybe if you didn't charge arm, leg, foot, and... I was going to say 2 balls, but even that would be cheap for what they're charging. Ah, the portal bomb. At least they gave a name to it now. WWE's doing too much spite shit. They'll start biting. You know what? Like I said, I don't like to crap on everything, but let's just... I hear Porto and I think Potty. Well, what happens when he turns heel? That makes sense.
Master P in
I love that Master P decided to get a few shots in after that. I don't want to say they ruined WWE. They haven't done it yet. It's too early. Hey, somebody get the... Let's get all the Mario music out here. Stop it, a little Bowser boys. Yeah, I do too. Give it a week. Give it a week. They got to get through all this, all these big things, and we'll probably end up having that as well. But I'm glad that the crew got some new gear. They decided to go brown. Unfortunately, brown is the color of something else, so that sort of, makes it apropos for them being heels. Just throwing that out there for you. It's nice to hear Nigel back on tonight. Wednesday was a lot of fun, though, having Excalibur and Riccaboni on on the same card. The sad part is the crew asked for this match, so they didn't ask for it. You're going to be at the venue? You get to see Hangman Fletcher. You get to see the first time that Okada and Omega are going to be in the same ring together in a match in AEW as part of an 8-man tag that's coming up. The Bucks, Okada and Ricochet versus Omega, Briscoe, Speedball, and Kevin Knight. Like, think about Kevin Knight here. Like, as we're going on here. Well, hell, you can look at Kevin Knight. You can look at Leo Rush here as well. Guys that historic no for... Hey. Let's put it this way. Every city can be famous. It just takes a little bit of a push. Just a tiny bit of a push as we go along here. Oh, here we go. Tough as a blunder. Those dumbasses. Now you go into the ring and get some more. I am, you know what, this, like, people talk about, like, what's going to happen here, there's no feuds going on. This is the example of a perfect tag feud that's been going on in AEW that doesn't involve a title, which I think is a big bonus compared to what we see with a lot of places. Okay, this is going to suck. So yeah, now we're going with the 8-man all. They're advertising everything coming up on Wednesday. I'm really surprised they're not showing more about Fletcher and Hangman coming up on Wednesday. You'd assume that they're going to try to advertise that as much as possible. And that was dumb. Gonna boo the F out of the Bucks. Hey, STG, give them some extra moral support here. But, hey, you know what? Let's get some sides. Let's get some sides up, Nats. I don't even care if it's free. Give it for Rez if you want to. Oh, here we go. You didn't hit him in the head. You could have hit him in the head. Like, seriously. Fletcher faces Hangman's good. Yeah, absolutely, Jeff. Are you okay with Jeff or Jeffrey? It's your call. I'm fine with either one. But no, that whole it's gonna be interesting to see what we get next week all our way across. We got that 8-man tag. We got the Owen semifinal there. Jeff's good. Okay, thank you. Appreciate you, sir. But yeah, like as we get our picture, you guys get picture. We get a full commercial break. So for those that are in the States that don't know, up here in Canada, we actually get Collision on what's called the USA Network. It's not the same USA that you guys have out in the States. It's actually our old Discovery Channel up here in Canada. So what happens when Dynamite is live, we'll get the same picture as you guys. However, when it's a tape show, your picture goes to full commercial for us. So it is a little weird. It's a little painful. You guys get to see a little extra action that we aren't able to. So it's sort of the opposite of what happens with WWE, because on Netflix, we get to see most of the commercial breaks while you guys actually see commercials, especially on SmackDown. Or else we get to see that really dumb elevator music that's probably been made famous on the internet these days. But I wonder if AEW is going to come up with a package deal for Double or Nothing and All In. I would love to see them do a three package with Forbidden Door, but I could almost see them doing a Double or Nothing and All In package. And when I say package, quite often they're pay-per-views. They're on Triller. They're on like ppv.com, Triller, Amazon Prime. You do have to pay for them, yes. What I recommend is look around. When I get it on Triller, I usually get them there's packages usually available. And with those packages, I basically got one pay-per-view for free. The last pair for Dynasty and Revolution, I paid $62 Canadian for the pair, which each one of them individually was $39. So essentially saving myself a ton of money here. So but that Double or Nothing card is looking absolutely stacked right now. I got a weird feeling that once Moxley retains its spring break, that's when they're going to announce Anarchy in the Asylum. Because, yeah, just for the record, that Wednesday is going to be a 4-hour... that's going to be a 4-hour wrestling show. Oh, God. I come back and I see Darius launching a garbage can in the corner. I love trash can lids as weapons. Here's a question for you, chat. What's your favorite weapon? What is your favorite weapon in a wrestling match? I don't want you to talk about guns or anything like that. Churro's been as good as they give credits for each purchase in addition to discounts with the bundles. Been watching both from the UK and Philippines and rarely let you... We've had a few graphic, I think for Revolution, we were having some issues. Go with the stop sign, Hoagie Man? Yeah. You can never go wrong with the stop sign. Because it's literally telling you what to do and getting close up in your face. Stop! Zodiac go with attacks. They give me the heebie-jeebies. Especially when they stick in somebody's back. Like, literally, they just... And it's just... Last time I went to an AEW show, Moxley and Penta was... Oh. That would have been a fun match. That is an interesting stutter there. Beads! We're in New Orleans. Beads are perfect. This crowd's going nuts for me. Leo Rush into the beads. And only a 2 count. But as far as trademark amendment, oh, yeah. Barb, or, yeah. 2x4. Actually, Cactus Jack, I think, was the barbed wire. The nails was Abyss. Which Cope ended up using against Mox in that very sick spot that, you know, everybody was talking about on Dynamite post-Revolution. I'd say Mops. Be nice to Moppy. I found it really funny. We were talking about these weapons, and William Regal had something to say about it, because, you know, he likes the Lego spot more than he likes the Jesus, that sucked. William Regal actually appreciated the Legos more than the tacks for a very simple reason. And, well, not only that he's a man of culture, he's very smart, but also, you've never stepped into a bed of tacks with your foot. At least I don't think you guys openly do. McGee, you're a glutton for suffering at the best of times, so I do understand if you do it. But most of us don't do that. By the way, just throw that in there. But doing Lego, if you do having Legos step on a Lego, everybody stepped on some Lego. Your kids leave it. Abyss is one of my favorites. I wish a young Kane and Abyss match would have happened. Yeah, that's one of those that... Well, now Abyss is now an agent at WWE, and he's doing a lot of great work. And the Bowser Boys are victorious after hitting 16-5 moves, which is how much it has to take that one on top flight. I'm a recovering depressed Washington football team fan. Watching them in the Snyder era, I'd rather step on tacks. Ooh. But the problem is, all you're going to do is just start... This is a hell of a way to finish a feud here, by the way. I really like the fact they're going to Phoenix for this. Getting out of Vegas. Vegas was really diminishing returns for AEW when it came to Double or Nothing. Like, I get the nostalgia part of it when it comes to, you know, that's the venue that started it all. Like, after All In Chicago, their next pay-per-view was over at in Vegas, the MGM Grand, all the memories. But you know what? Memories can live on in many different ways. Just like I'm glad All In's going to Texas this year. I hope it moves around a little more. I could just imagine All In coming to Edmonton and you guys all coming up to see me. Now, that would be a little bit of insanity. And the one thing I like about it, about AEW more than anything else is the fact that their tickets are affordable. I'll drink to that. By the way, folks, we're going Canada Dry tonight. I can actually show you guys because my green screen's fit. Once again, they might have a plan to fix it, but I haven't been able to take the time to go through it and fix some of the settings they want me to do before I reinstall the Elgato drive for it. So maybe we'll try that tomorrow before stream. Seven out of 10 collisions so far. Hey, Nats, we got lots to go yet. Like, hold on to your horses here. You can rank it right now, but I got a feeling that at least two of that other three is going to be coming up. Because what? We still have, as I'm going through this, AR Fox versus Roosh. That won't be much of a match. Anna Jay's going to have a already in the ring match. We got Bandito Dralistico for the the ROH World title. And yeah, the FTR Red Dragon main event. Roosh definitely needs more. Like, I love the new gear that he has. Forgive me, chat. With the weather changing as much as it is, I've been getting colds left, right, and center. Like, right now, we are... Well, 17 Celsius, so... probably upper 50s right now. And then tomorrow we're supposed to get down to 35 Fahrenheit. Like, it's just been a complete roller coaster of temperatures. Roosh versus Fox will be a great match, but it's a match of, man, these dudes could be so much. And if you look back about 4 years ago, this probably would have been a main event of an Evolve show. But we get Anna Jay first. Yay! Like, last time we saw Anna Jay in the ring, well, she's just been off. She was back from Japan when she started going after, first she went after Mariah May, and then she went after Mercedes. Anna's looking absolutely amazing right now. She might end up entering in our little... But that's not gate kept by me. There's other people in this chat that, acknowledge that I must hit the button. But no, she was back. I think she was back before Perry came back from Japan. She's just literally been taking time off. Like, the most notable thing I've seen from Anna Jay in the last while is the fact her and Harley ended up at Coachella together. He just gives you and Zodiac control that button. Well, we're done. Yeah, that was an already in the ring match is what we call it here, folks, because we don't... It's pretty sad when, this one lasts less than the caster match. Win number 68. One more and she's having extra fun in the ring, right? That's the way it works. Right, guys? Right? Ooh. Well, looks like we found a feud. This is not good, because when Penelope shows up, you know who's close behind. Could this be Wait, hold on. Soho, she's on maternity leave right now. She's a new mother. So basically, I think she'll be back when she comes back. Okay, here comes Megan. Now, could this be... Let me think a little bit ahead here. If Megan's here, and Penelope's tag team partner, could there be a possibility we might see somebody else come back? Me and McGee are the button mashers. And I do believe I owe you one more, but... There's somebody else that's on the horizon that hasn't been around for a while. It's been off on maternity leave. Thank you for the hydrate once again. Well, it looks like we might have our match for Thirsty for the Megasis. All right, I'll give you that. I got a feeling we have our match set up for Wednesday. Anna Jay versus Megan Bayne. Now we're going to get a promo for Double or Nothing for the women. I'm really torn on who wins this. And I'm really happy for this. The fact that we could go either way here. Like I've said before, from the start, I thought it was Jamie Hayter's to lose. But listening to you guys in the chat, more and more, you're convincing me that there's a possibility that there could be a Monet Storm matchup here for all the titles in one match. I'm still gonna go with Hayter, with Monet and Athena for the TBS title at All In, because to me that just makes more sense. Oh no, there's more than just you, Big G. Like, as we've been going through here, there's been a lot of people's ass bringing that up. Hayter versus Storms would be the tits, yeah. Like seriously, like you can't go wrong with any of those combination, right? Especially now that Storm has found her gimmick the way that she wants it. Mercedes has found her groove as a non-Sasha Banks wrestler. And then we also have, Hayter and Storm, which have a very long rivalry with each other for many, many years. I don't like the fact that Bobby Cruz isn't out here announcing this, but I think they really need to make a women's tag titles now. They have so many great women's... I think you hold off. The problem is you have those... You might have a lot of great women's wrestlers in your division. And I'm not going to hard pass it. I really do want it. But until you're going to give the women more than one match consistently on a show. Like, I'm sorry, 3 matches in 4 hours of wrestling is not going to be enough to sustain a tag title. Like, I think we're starting to see that a little bit more in my GM mode, right? that you just can't sustain tag titles as we go? Now, Aubrey is, Aubrey's been going on the podcast, and we can't if we go to four. Well, McGee, funny you say that. The spring break show, or the beach break show, sorry, May 14th, is actually scheduled to be 4 consecutive hours. Like, they're going to, remember how they did it in Montreal? They went straight from, no, it was Toronto. Because it was Cope and Christian. They're literally going to go from Collision to Dynamite back to back. So Jalistical's leaving when he has the title chance here? Like, they got lots of time available, too, here still, so. And I'm assuming Roosh is going to come interfere in this one just because of what the matches we have left of. And Jalistical's not going to do the same thing, that's for damn sure. And this is the Lucha Libre we can expect to see each and every week on AEW TV. Or NXT Mexico, you pick. Yeah, I went and looked at what WWE's actually buying with AAA. And I'm not... I still think monopolizing stuff like that is just hard, but... It's AAA, but with less forced English. Honestly, what they were saying to the Mexican wrestlers about, and for those that don't know, there was a report coming out that one of the senior wrestlers in AAA, goes by the name of Latin Lover. Yes, that's an actual name. Came out in an interview, in a little clip, and gave the advice to wrestlers in AAA to start learning English to help better communicate with your new bosses. And in many ways I heard some of the best stuff is the fact that you want to do that regardless. One thing I've always been told is if you're going to get to business, and for us in Canada, it's not French you should learn, it's Chinese. Chinese or Japanese, because those are a lot of people you'll be trading with. When it comes to video games, like I'm a fighting game nut. Like Japanese, like that's the heart of fighting games. I'm sorry. Like, I know there's West Coast and East Coast in the States, but... By the way, for those asking in regards to last night, I thought I could go. I thought some store in Alberta would have City of the Wolves in physical form for the Xbox. Unfortunately, it's being ordered via Amazon, so scheduled to have it show up here Tuesday night. Then we'll get it downloaded and too many games. Yeah, I know. Trust me, like. I got to get back into Killer Instinct because I know Hoagie Man wants me to get on his show for him and Sam to get into it. And I also got Hot Shots Golf. I'm going to have a show with Adam with that once again. Since he doesn't cover fighting games anymore, he's trying to get me out there a little bit more in different categories. So We got that going on. And as well, Split Fiction. Kayla J wants to play that with me here. Like, just stream games that I'm working on. Like, ugh. And MLB The Show hasn't pissed me off yet, so I'm still stuck on that. I will say, and I did make this announcement on Thursday for anybody that popped in. For those asking, I'm heavily leaning towards not getting... I'm not going to be getting a Switch 2 immediately. There's this weird thing called finances. I could go into debt for it, but do I really need to with the backlog that I have? I'm not too worried about it right now. Hot Shots Golf, as the kids say, goated. Yeah, like, it's a lot of fun. I just need to get a few more rounds in. Like, when I grew up, the game that I played was Outlaw Golf. I don't know if you guys ever heard of it. It was for the PS1. Basically, the ultimate game that would not be allowed today. Because, well, let's just say every sexist, racist overtone that you can come up with was pretty much predominantly showed off here. Sort of like the Attitude Era when it comes to wrestling. And plus, I'd also like to finish up my story of Day of Reckoning. The first 3 parts are on the YouTube channel. I want to get through the whole thing, but like I said, it just comes down to time. And being sick last week did really help me a whole lot, so... As we enter into our first commercial break, which isn't bad considering we've pretty much gone, what, an hour and a half now without a commercial break here for you guys. Once again, for those that are subbed or whether you're watching on YouTube, thank you. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you hit the thumbs up. Let us know. Let us throw some comments in the chat. Let people know that we're out here. I'm looking over here right now. My computer tells me how many views we got so far, and the last 2 weeks have been absolutely insane since the pay-per-view. And the biggest thing I can say to all of you is just thank you. Thank you for being here. Got a Blackstone. I got to see it. Going to see it tomorrow. Oh. Gonna season it tomorrow. Okay. Blackstone. Is that a fish? A steak? A porcupine? So breakfast at your place? I'll be on the first flight there that I can afford. That's free. On the top of a plane. Going the right way. Nice splash off the top. Like, oh, it's a top iron bar. Okay. It's an iron top barbecue. Okay, that makes sense. I was trying to figure out why you seasoning it, but that makes sense now. You gotta get her set up properly. You're talking to a guy because of my landlord. I have to have a George Foreman grill here. Rest in peace, George. But yeah, watching these two here, this is pretty cool. Well, that was a bit of a what? And that's one thing you'll see in Lucha Libre. Every once in a while you get one of those what? A Sierra del Sol into quickly reverse before it can get set in. That's actually pretty cool. Crucifix bomb into a Busaiko knee. And both these guys are absolutely spent. Uh-oh. McGee said it'd be pictures of barbecues. Uh-oh. So this is the first time they've had two... No. No, we've had Mortos and Hologram. So yeah, I'll call BS on that one, Tony. Hey, Robert, thank you for the follow on the old YouTube. Yeah, we go live every Wednesday and Saturday for Dynamite Collision. Just a heads up, over on Twitch, we do WWE 2K immediately following, twitch.tv/MikeTheRef. Oh, God. Hey, McGee, remind me, is that a 2-1 or a 3-2 series? Or, sorry, 2-1 or 3-0? I'm 3. Oh, God. You know how insufferable Toronto Maple Leafs fans are going to be? That's it. 21 Plex is counting up to 3. Yeah, you know how insufferable Toronto Maple Leafs fans are going to be here if they end up sweeping the Sens? It'll make it better when Tampa or Florida get killed, right? Only live an hour from Toronto, they're everywhere. Yeah, like... I'll be surprised. There isn't as much buzz here in Edmonton about the Oilers as previous years. Maybe it's because they know what's upcoming. Oilers need to find a goal, yeah.
It could be anybody. We could walk out on the street here, rip a dude out of the front seat of his car, and crack his skull. You, yeah, with the stupid hat and the boom mic. We could drag you right into frame and crack your skull. Or we could go down to the local wrestling school and find 2 rookies with stars in their eyes, looking for the break of a lifetime, put them in the ring with us, and we will crack their skulls and end their careers before they eat.
No, don't do that, Bill. Because you'll lose. So they're going for the Outrunners. Oh, Gates of Agony. Oh, never mind. I'll take that. All right. That might be a good match next Saturday. With the Learning Tree taking on the Gates of Agony. And they're still calling themselves the Learning Tree for now. Well, yeah, we got, what? Probably around 40 minutes left, and we got 2 matches to go. That'll be a great match. Like, Big Bill has just been fantastic with every partner that he's gotten. And, well, Brian Keith just... There's no limit to what he could do, right? And then, yeah, just... Ottawa killed the pet. Hey, let's go. one thing I find, especially in overtime, if it's a penalty that's well deserved or needed to be taken, it's usually killed off rather because everybody works a little extra hard to do it. It's stupid penalties that you take, like try to go for goalie interference after they already reviewed the goal. Those ones you get scored on 10 seconds later. Not mentioning anything else to, like, you know, LA King fans right now. My God, I was streaming when that happened because if you guys were here last night, we were doing a little MLB The Show. We were getting swept by the Arizona Diamondbacks.
One more for the good guys.
There we go. Finally shows up. Wow. That's following over a Backbreaker Video, the YouTube channel. Thank you, Robert, once again for your follow. Welcome to the Players Pit. Enjoy the food. Enjoy the company. Watch out for the drink. McG, why don't you just tell me what you put in the drink so I can, you know, find an antidote? Because for some reason, everybody gets a little sleepy every time they go around that punch over there. Right. So what you're telling me is I got to put a lot of vodka in there. I have to say, like, speaking of rye, like, I do have this funny story, and it's funny, but it's sad a little bit, too. Just because we do have, like, a homeless problem in Edmonton. So, we've brought it up before. I don't give out the specific names or specific anything. But I do repair on car washes. So, one of the stores I'm running, we have protective doors where you have to hit a buzzer to come into the building. Most gas stations have them these days. So apparently there was this drunk guy holding a bottle of rye, insisting on getting in the building. But he forgot that he had a plastic bottle and he was trying to bang it against the window to break in. And I was watching the video. He keeps banging and banging and banging until he finally breaks the bottle. And all the rye disappears. You just see him turn into like a sad puppy dog and start walking away. And I'm like, I'm sorry, bud. You know, I'd like to buy you a bottle of rye to replace that, but no. But switching over to this match here. With AR Fox here, like, Zodiac mentioned this earlier about how good these two really are. And frankly, pre-pandemic, this probably would have been a main event of an Evolve show. If Impact was smart, all these guys would have been on the roster and do there. Ring of Honor was doing decent. They could have brought in AR Fox for that too. Well, pretty much at that time, just before Ring of Honor got sold by Sinclair, Roosh was the second last champion. Yeah, because the way it worked out, Roosh was champion. He ended up losing it to Bandito, which they talked about in the last match. And then they were going to have the final match in the Sinclair era for ROH, which was going to feature Bandito versus Jonathan Gresham. And unfortunately, due to injury, Bandito wasn't able to make it for that. So it was Jonathan Gresham versus... I forget who was the other guy in the matchup here. Gresham ended up winning the ROH title to close out the Sinclair era. It was that last final battle for the Sinclair era ROH. I highly recommend going back and watching it again. Because, like, watching the Kingdom regain the tag titles. Yeah, Tony Deppen, I think, was the final TV champion. And there was a long, winding road story on that one. And there's that beach break we were talking about on the 14th. I don't know why Fox moved his arms until he moves away. It's so funny. LFI is supposed to be a heel team, but Roosh is just so over with this crowd. I don't know whether it's out of respect or whether it's just... like, whether it's out of respect or just the fact that he's just that good of a wrestler. Roosh is absolutely reeling right now. AR just going to air to Roosh missile there. He's over with you, loves some Roosh. Yeah, like, Roosh has got all the tools, right? Like, I really wish him and Andrade as a group would have worked out. All right, you're dead. AR's dead. I really wonder how a drop kick can be a finisher, but you know what? It's not the worst thing in the world. It could have been a lot worse. Andrade wanted to be with his wife, but she found a new face. Oh my! Uh-oh. Yep.
You know what else is an insult, John? When your so-called friends invite you to join the conglomeration and they don't even put you on the shirt.
You're worried about a t-shirt?
It's disrespect. We're done.
All right, well, we got our first feud for Roppongi Vice as a heel. But you've always been our best friend. Poor Trent. But yeah, as we're heading into our main event now, I assume that based on the amount of time we've gone through here. As per tradition, we run down everything that's going to be going on the next week here. So coming up this week, we are going to be having, tomorrow I should be back on. It's either going to be tomorrow or Monday. I'm going to try and push for tomorrow with more MLB The Show. I've revamped the roster, so we're not going to lose every single freaking game for the first 4 games as we get back into the conquest mode and try to get more cards, try to get everything upgraded, trying to become better. Monday's up in the air. Depends on how the lineups are when you're voting here. went to go vote last week, and then I just, got called away. Tuesday, once again, Tuesday will be another one up in the air. That's my Friday. City of the Wolves is supposed to be delivered by Amazon on Tuesday. If it is loaded, might give that a shot on Tuesday. Wednesday, we'll be back here with AEW Dynamite, which, as you can see, is an absolute slam-packed card. And then after that, we will have WWE 2K25. We're either going to do 1 week or two. I'm probably going to push to try to do 2 weeks on Wednesday just because we'll do the PLE on Saturday and then we got that clean cut because the one after that is going to be... Or no, wait. No, the one after that's good. Never mind. We're playing 2K25 by GM mode on Wednesday. Let's just put it that way. And then Thursday, we're going to be back with Link's Awakening. We're getting a lot closer than I thought we were. We're just got to the 5th dungeon, I do believe. I believe 2 of the other ones are going to be really quick for us to get done. Some of the stuff we got to get done. And then, just popping around, starting to get things. I really want to get that set up and out of the way here. We got a few games in the pipe that I want to get to this summer, and, well, I wanted to do my farewell to the Switch right off before we get there, so the goal is to get it done before the Switch 2 releases, so. But yeah, we should be able to get through Link's Awakening before that. They say it's supposed to be a 20-hour game. I think I've already done 20 hours, but for those on YouTube, once again, thank you for being here. Make sure you hit the thumbs up. And if you haven't hit the subscribe button, please do. It'll let you know every time we drop a new video. For those on Twitch, make sure you're following if you haven't already. If you really like what you see here, please consider subbing to the channel. Every sub goes to help improve the conditions of this place. And I got a few other ideas that, well, how the Ref the Book Challenge, I guess, is something I should do first. But once we get that done, I got some other ideas. Once again, for the men's Owen, I really wouldn't worry about either way. Hangman and Ospreay, that would be an awesome match. Fletcher Ospreay 5 or 4. We know how good those matches are, and the fact that it's going to be on a pay-per-view again, that to me would be absolutely amazing. And here come the turncoats. Ospreay and Fletcher can feud forever. Yeah, well, they probably will. Stokely couldn't even buy himself a new suit. Living Legend Killers. Do they hear voices in their head? Do they talk to them? Do they understand? Rated RKO, that would be hilarious. Yes! Let's go Ottawa. Reverse sweep now. Is this new music for the Paragon? See, they need more guitar in this one because Kyle needs to play the guitar as he's coming up. The drought must flow. I really want to see Nigel and Danielson versus FTR coming up. Could you imagine? Oh, FTR are absolutely some of the best heels around. Like, all Cash needs to do is bring out his gun. He can fit right in. Isn't an agent sort of a lawyer anyway, normally? Like, hate to burst the bubble here and whatnot, but... Let's go, Roddy. Let's go. Dak's worried about a cauliflower ear. I wonder how many times he's gotten punched up to... So now they can officially announce their European tour coming up in August. I am so looking forward to Forbidden Door again. Just with the revamp of the New Japan roster. Double submission? Nope. Double cower over the ropes. I love all these fans are just giving the gears to him. Cash just fit right in. Like, Dax has always been somewhat of a heel to begin with. But Cash just, he just oozes heel at this point. But man, this would be like, you know, a great takeover match, wouldn't it be? I say that facetiously because we know we would have had it already, but... No, this has been a fun episode. I know, Nats, you talked earlier. Nats, you said 7 out of 10 before. Do you have any changes to it now? Because I'd honestly say, like, right now going into this, I give it a solid 8. Mainly because I wouldn't go any higher because there hasn't been any shocking appearances or anything that's going to be ultra memorable. But the bar has been raised so high. It continues in picture for those in the States. But no, as we're going along here, like watching FTR getting to play the traditional heel role, which you do have to slow down quite a bit when it comes to what you do in the ring as a heel as you go forward, right? It just As things progress, you do get to work a little bit more aggressively on it, but you do have to take things with an extra few sets of breath here as you go along. And then the Paragon, like, they were playing heels forever, and now they're just, well, actually, if you really think about it, the Paragon really didn't know what they were playing for a whole lot of the time there as we were going through that, because, well, with Adam Cole, you just really didn't know if he was supposed to be a face or a heel. They were basically spinning their wheels for a lot of it. I can understand where Wardlow got caught up in the mix on this, too, and that whole story about, you know, Wardlow's going to go after the world title just so he can hand it over to Adam Cole once he's healed. Like, to me, that just...
What the hell is that?
That's basically where I sum up with that storyline. But no, it seems like when this is your... I don't want to say it's your worst collision, but I think it might be the lowest rated collision they've had since they've started this little role they're in. And this ain't a bad show tonight, folks. Honestly, this is not bad at all. So personally, I would like to see the momentum continue. I do think you do need to pace yourself a little bit. And with these tape shows, you are going to have to force yourself to... The caliber... Realistically, on a tape show, you don't want to break all your eggs in one basket because, well, a lot of that has to do with the surprise, right? And you're not going to get surprised when you have spoilers everywhere. Once you get to Nat's point, it's your fault if you read them. But at the same time, the mere fact that there's a possibility they could be out there, it's 2025. Getting into social media is just it's one of the more consistent things that goes on these days. So it's like, I don't know if you really can do a whole lot, right? You could do a whole lot to avoid it. Oh, and here we go. Just unload shots now. Jesus. Cash ain't holding anything back, is he? Well, Roderick's done. And gets caught into a hot shot. Well, Roddy, you're going on vacation for a bit, it looks like. Big Stoke with his oversized outfits, his oversized ego. I really wonder how Tony's talking about all this buzz on social media about this. It's a damn tape show. There's no way that there's a buzz for this. Don't get me wrong, it's going to be a hell of a match. I assume Fletcher and Hangman are going to be the main. So a Sunday update? Okay, so for those in the States, just remember, they're going to be on TBS next week instead of TNT. So I'll remind you guys on Wednesday as well, but yeah, during these playoff times, they are going to be flipping all over the place. Because I'm assuming that TNT will either be covering the NBA or else they will have the Oilers-Kings game. Assuming they get that far. Because that would be game 6 if they got to that point. The Oilers come out with a victory yesterday to get it back to 2-1. I love that. He fakes the bulldog and goes for the clothesline. Even if Roderick gets up to the corner, what is he going to be able to do? Like, his knee is pooched, isn't it? I don't think he would have exchanged shots with Kyle O'Reilly ever. Little knee to the gut. I don't know why. Just call what it is. It's a good old knee to the gut. And Kyle just said, screw it. I'm going to do it on my own. He's like, screw it. I'll take you both on. As Rob Van Dam said famously. Screw this, I'll take 2. Now I wonder if they introduce a third member tonight just to get involved with Adam Cole. But even if Roddy gets a tag in, like, what's he going to do? Again, I say that again. Especially when they do a knee buster onto the steps again. Take the guillotine. Maybe that'll work, but no, never mind. That's a modified heart attack. That'll be it. Oh. I would, but we got to go on a commercial break again. Watch them finish the match in the commercial break. Just to drive us Canadians nuts. But once again, everybody, just thank you for being here. I know that we're getting near the end here, and Saturday nights are always up for fighting, but they're also up for a lot of things. It'll be nice when we get back to our regular time tomorrow. Or next Saturday. Will be nice to get back to a regular time tomorrow as well, but that's a different story. Be interested to have these Wednesday, Thursday shows, though. I wonder if they're going to do it repeatedly. Like, I wouldn't mind. Like, don't get me wrong. Having wrestling on a Thursday night instead of Saturday would be a bonus for a lot of people. I'll be here streaming regardless on Saturday. Just, it may not be 2K. That's all. Just move everything around as we go here. But it's all about adapting. It's all about taking about the best situation that you can, right? That's like everything in life. As we are feeding through the commercials here. And yeah, I think the biggest thing during the commercial break is working on the just seeing if Roddy can get back into this match somehow, but he might get laid out, period, and that's it. As we get I'm getting fascinated by a Baby Bell commercial. You can tell when you get tired when that happens, right? I'll be honest, we could have ran a week of 2K this week, but I'm just out of gas. So, yeah, we'll be all full power next Wednesday to able to get through one. My goal is at least to try, well, it depends, because I know, Zodiac, you're planning on getting the game. I know HBC 2 Sweet has the game. I know PJC has the game. I'm thinking maybe we do one night a week where maybe Wednesdays after Dynamite, where we hop on for a couple hours and we just grind a little bit on my GM, but we'll have to discuss that amongst us to see what fits for everybody's schedule. And if we do that, then I'll do my solo runs on Saturday then. It's also great when we can hang around and just BS about wrestling in general, right? Oh, and there's Cash. And immediately he just throws O'Reilly out of the ring. You dumbass. When you have the advantage, keep the advantage where you had it. That's just something you gotta do. There you go, pick the ankle. So he's literally going to do everything in the corner. Granted, Straga's one of those guys that knows what he's doing. Just fighting through the pain. Adrenaline will do a lot for you. Unfortunately, he's involved. He's a one-legged man in an ass-kissing contest. Yeah, there it is. How does a ref not see the ropes there? No, if he was legit injured, he wouldn't be hitting the gut buster there. He's just very good at selling. This is why he was ROH World Champion for as long as he was. Oh, God. And there goes the knee. Oh, and here we go, the Bret Hart spot. You know that Dax wants to do this as much as possible. That sharpshooter around the post. No, ever since he went into the barricade, like he's been like this, but or hit into the steel steps. He's got to drop to his shoulders, so they get a couple pinfalls here. Hey, thank you, Michael. Glad to see you get to catch you here live tonight. I usually see your messages online after your comments. Always appreciated. Thank you for being here tonight. Oh, and there we go. Just 2 count once again. No, it's great hanging out. Hanging out with everybody tonight. Just, it's a lot of fun watching wrestling together. And the fact that we can't do the watch parties like we normally would, because, well, frankly, we're across the continent from each other. The fact we get to watch it all together here just makes it that much more special. Oh, the fake of the fake of the fake of the fake. Oh, there we go. O'Reilly gets in the ankle lock with a leg lock. Let's go. Oh, God. Nope. Cash the glory splash. This crowd's getting into a fight forever chant now. Well, yeah, O'Reilly's done. Yeah, in AEW, that is a finisher. This match is so good. Like, I'm going to move this up to an 8.5 today. 8.5 or 9, somewhere in there. You can't give it a 10 because there was, like, the Athena reveal night just breaks that down, right? What did he tell Stokely to do? Uh-oh, what do we got? I got a feeling I know who's coming out. Yeah, that's the song I was waiting for. But whose side is he on? Thank you, Jeffrey. I appreciate it. We're not done yet tonight. But just wait. Just wait. Whose side is he on? As Bobby Heenan infamously said. Yeah, no, here we go. Never mind. No, thank you, Jeffrey. I appreciate you out here today. I appreciate everybody here. What was Stokely so shocked about there? So now we got Swerve going after the Bucks. We got Garcia going after FTR. And we got the handshake. All right. And we're going to Black. I thought he was going to hit with a crowbar. I honestly thought he was going to hit it with a crowbar to finish it off. They've been hinting at that, like that turn from 2.0 to FTR for Garcia. But once again, like we were saying, like people here, like I said, people watch WWE. You expect certain things to happen. It's almost ingrained in your brain that you see this, and this is what's got to happen as we go. Unfortunately, sometimes those things don't happen because wrestling isn't that formulaic. The most common thing that should happen is somebody comes in, defends the good guys, right? And that's what we got here tonight. So, all in all, I have to say it was a decent episode of Collision tonight. I would have to say 9 out of 10. And it's pretty sad when I can say a decent one's 9 out of 10. Just because of everything that's got on here. But we're going to have some fun here on Wednesday. We got the All-Star tag. We got the Owen Hart finisher. Apparently, they got some announcements coming down tomorrow. They just want to make sure everybody's cleared before they make the formal announcement of matches, which I don't feel that bad about. And it's so funny because I know people were complaining online today. Do you have any matches announced for Saturday? Just because there's been no match graphics and they didn't watch Wednesday. So, it's one thing. You got to watch the product week to week. Because if you don't watch it, you're going to fall behind. The wrestling will bring you back in. But you got to be willing to sit back and enjoy the wrestling to learn the story. You can learn the storyline as you go. Shivani and Excalibur and Riccaboni, Nigel, they're all great at telling those stories. Taz is Taz. He does what he does well. Which make a lot of euphemisms and, breakdown moves and a lot of that stuff. But I have to say, watching AEW is a lot of fun, especially when you want to watch wrestling. If you're trying to watch, I would have to say, in terms of match time and the amount of breaks, like I know somebody does that on, there's an X account that covers that for the other promotions. And this has got to be about, I would have to say, a good 65-75% wrestling tonight out of the 2 hours, which to me is pretty much a home run. That's almost you take out the commercials and it's pretty much all wrestling throughout the entire thing. So Wednesday, a little more promo heavy because, well, we definitely have the Hurt Syndicate. So that Hurt Syndicate MJF promo is going to take a bit. So. But with that being said, I think we're going to wrap it up here tonight. I still got another video to edit, another video to upload over on the gaming channel, Backbreaker_gaming, if you're checking out on YouTube. That is our video game channel. We have daily content. Currently, the run is Link's Awakening, MLB The Show, WWE 2K25 My GM mode, and... well, it's some other stuff that we got loaded up and ready to go. So, Pokemon Trading Card Game Pocket. That's the other one that comes out as well. So, Zodiac, always a pleasure. McG, Robert Cortez, thank you for your subscription over on YouTube. Jay Callahan, thank you for the sub over on Twitch. And, everybody, I guess, let's get the outro music going. I'm not used to having both sides closing up at the same time, so... usually we're closing up YouTube and then we're closing up Twitch. No raid out tonight. I don't think. I'll do it quickly as we go here. Once again, I will be back on Twitch tomorrow with MLB The Show. And then I'm gonna send you over to my friend Ciel. She's playing Expedition 33. She's over there having a lot of fun with that. For those on YouTube, we're just going to be wrapping up here in just a moment. But once again, everybody, thank you for being here. Always appreciate you. Back on Twitch tomorrow with MLB The Show. Back here on YouTube and Twitch on Wednesday with AEW Dynamite. But with that being said, thank you, everybody, for being here. And always remember, be part of the solution, don't be part of the problem. And we'll see y'all here next time on the Mike Direct Twitch channel. Take care, everybody.